Good morning. I can't see chat yet, so forgive me. Phone's being stupid. There I am. There's Jack. Sleepy boy. Where's my remote? I don't know. Where's my anything? There it is. Hi, Bubba. Oh, you know what? I'm such a dork. Good morning, Rylan. Your phone is at 20. You're about to die. I'm sorry. Can you pin me? I'm having a bad day. I will, Rylan, if that makes you feel better. I hope your day gets better. Hi, Mr. Dollar City. What the heck? I just jumped out of bed. Mr. Dollar City, how are you doing? All right. I didn't even put my bathroom on. I'm cold. I've been hot and cold and hot and cold. Thank you to whoever's spamming those little pretty faces and the happy faces. Let's stop so I can't tell. But thanks. Maybe it was for Jack. Jack said thanks. Oh, I did not see Brittany. Hi, Brittany. Sorry about that. My eyes aren't working yet. My brain's just not working yet. And Jack is headless. That's pretty normal. There he is. There's his head. Oh my gosh. You're welcome, Rylan. Have I missed Jessica? I have. My chat's just not moving. Hi, Jess. Hi, O'Doyle. Jess, I've missed you. I love you too. It is a red setter. Shiro. Jack sleeps with his eyes open like I do. Does he? That's just weirdo Doyle. Mike Woods is asking, probably Rylan, what is so bad about their gay? Hello, Praveen. I love you, Praveen. How are you doing, my friend? Jessica's peeking. You broke your arm, Rylan? How did you do that, my friend? Hi, Heavenly Star. Oh, what happened here? Dismiss. I woke up and it was 3 o'clock and I said, uh-oh. I'm late. You fell when playing football. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, my friend. Pooh. Heavenly Star says I woke up from thunder and it's 3:08 a.m. Excuse me, I have to cough. I just have to cough all this crap out. So I'm gonna mute you. Better. Somewhat better. Jessica says I should probably be tired by now, but I'm not. Flora Undisa. Hello, my friend. How are you? Jessica, have you not slept? What's going on, my friend? I was hoping you were sleeping when I didn't see you yesterday. Heavenly Star says, I'm sorry, Jessie. Thank you for the like, Flora. And Jessica says hi to Flora. Jessica says no, Cat. Oh, I hoped. Oh, Heavenly says, hi, beautiful Flora. Rylan says, thanks. God bless you. You had a doctor's appointment yesterday. Oh. I really need coffee. Oh, going to the doctor, it's an all-day trip. I really feel like. Hi, Lucy. How are you? Shoot. Shoot, bang, bang. Aww. Lucy says she's doing fantastic. I am so glad to hear that. Lucy, I'm a little less than fantastic this morning. Give me time. I feel like I have a hangover, but I didn't drink. What's that? What's drinking? I can't even have fun and drink because I'm so damn tired all the time. Dang it. Aspen. We're just gonna do it. Rylan is going to go now, so good night. Good night, Rylan. You have a good day too, my friend. Jessica's cold too. Well, we're cold together today. All right, Jackie. You are goofy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I see you. Don't you do it. Oh, I love my puppy. Oops. Carl, good morning. How are you, Carl? Carl, how are you today, my friend? I am on the hunt for something in my closet. I'm on the hunt. Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack. Oh, goodness. Just fine. Oh, man. Come on. I think it's this box right here. Then it is this box right here. Thank you, Lord. Alright, this will do it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Boss Jones, how are you? Joven, how are you? You came in yesterday and I asked you how you were, and you weren't here anymore. I've missed seeing you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Carl is annoyed with people? Me too. Myself being the people I'm annoyed with. Basleel, hello to you. Oh my gosh, we were wondering about you yesterday. How are you? Lee, were you already here? Good morning, Lee. Jessica says, I'm going to have to make myself take a nap. And Basleel says, hey Lee, good to see you. I'm glad to hear you're great, Basleel. That's awesome. Basleel, I knew what you meant. Oh my goodness. What's new this week, Kat? Been a while, says Basleel. You know what, Basleel? Nothing is new here. Same old stuff. Just a new week. Unlike you, I've been doing fascinating things and seeing the world. I'm here. I'm holding down the home fort. I haven't had coffee yet. I desperately need coffee. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm wondering if I am missing Heavenly Stars saying medic to somebody. Am I missing somebody? Heavenly Star says medic, I missed your streams. I'm sorry if I'm missing somebody. Jessica says I'm going to wait until my meds start working to lay down and try to sleep though, through the sick. Ooh, I hope that works for you. Lucy says hi, Lee. Lee says no need to be envious, definitely need coffee. You let the ego speak there. Well, I'm also still human, and I'm always going to have an ego, and that's it. Heavenly says it's magic, not supposed to say medic. Louis, I still don't know somebody's name. Is somebody's name Louis that I am not aware of? You know, what I said to Baslil was all in fun. It was not super serious and not super deep. Literally just woke up, so nothing is that deep with me right now. Except for the phlegm in my chest. Can you hear it? Oh my gosh. Hang on a minute. All right, let's try this again. I think I might be a tiny bit sick. Shh, don't tell anybody, but I think I have a cold or something. I think it's gone beyond allergies at this point. Lilu, Lilu, okay. I still didn't see Lilu here today. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. Lee, the other Lee. Jessica's lost, me too. Carl says I'm lost here, and so is Laura, and so is Jessica. So, you're not lost alone. Jessica says, oh, okay, he's not in here, I don't think. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out, Jess. Mohammed, hello. I am good, Mohammed. How are you? All right, I'm pretty sure if I get up to go make coffee, Jack's gonna get up. If he gets up, he's going to knock the camera over, and I will come rescue you. Lee says, Magnetic North Adventures, Lee says, I know, Kat, don't mean no offense, just a statement to say we should be glad in what we have in life and proud of others. Envy can be adjusted even when we wait. I didn't really mean it. I hate traveling. All right, it is time for coffee. Kat needs her coffee and a chill pill. A chill pill would be nice. Muhammad says, I am sorry because it's so busy at my work. I understand, and I appreciate when you are able to come in and say hi, Muhammad. I like to know you're doing well, my friend. No worries, no reason for a sorry, my friend. And Lucy's sending her unicorns, hearts, and rainbows. Thank you, Lucy. Lee says, thanks, Baslea. I managed to get all videos for a month uploaded. Now I look at the UK move. Is that what you're saying, your move? UK moves. Jack, be good. No parties while I'm not here. Oh, so we said movies, UK movies. Okay, so not UK movie, it was movies. Let's look. Good morning, Anna. Oh, Paula, I agree, setters are the best dogs. But then, I had a golden retriever, and at that time, she was my best dog. And then I had this tiny little chihuahua, and at the time, she was my best dog. They're always the best dog, whatever one you have at the time. Right, okay, Lee says, I'll not be moving to the USA. I am looking at places near the UK coast, but I need to save to get one. It could be months before the move. Oh no, I'm sorry. I know you're really looking forward to getting out of there. Basil says, so out of Britain and onto other parts of UK. I'm glad I see Jessica yawning. Anna, I am, it's questionable. I'm not sure how I am. But I hope you're well. Basil says, which ones are so far in your mind, Lee? And Muhammad says, hey, Flora. Flora says, I am back from shop. That was pretty quick, Flora. And Heavenly Star says, I'm particularly awake right now, so if I talk crazy, I'm sorry. That's okay. Flora says she subscribed to you, Heavenly, and she says hi to Muhammad. Man, where is all this phlegm coming from? It's ridiculous. Okay, I remember last night, when I got out of my car, I had found 2 allergy pills. I think I threw them in my purse. That's food. Where are you, allergy pills? I need you. Oh. Where are you? Maybe I'll have to come back and look. I usually find things the second time. Sounds fair. Easy, good morning. Oh, hello, Jack. Heavenly says, I'm going to try to go back to sleep. See you later, hopefully in Yogi's live stream. Bye, Heavenly. Thank you for coming in. Easy says, all friends, good morning. And Jessica says, okay, first time for me to lay down. Have a good day, everyone. Love you, Kat. I love you, Jessica. I hope you get some sleep, my friend. Bastille, where are you at today? Heavenly says, you're welcome, Kat. You too. You too, Lee. Nice meeting you too, Lee. Magnetic North Adventures, Lee, I believe. And Lee says, I hope you have a good rest, Jessica. Muhammad says, yeah, Anna, that's what happened. I missed that, Jackie. Good boy. I missed what happened. Let me go back and see if I can find it. Oh, okay. Muhammad says, oh no, a complete collapse in the electricity system in Iraq due to high temperatures and water outages in some neighborhoods of Baghdad. We are melting because of the heat. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That does sound bad. Sebly has not been in today. Thank you for that correction, Lee. I don't know that he's ever been in here, to be honest. Basil says a new experience this time. I'm in Ghana. Oh wow. I know nothing about Ghana. I hear about it on the news occasionally, yes? Lisa's Ghana, I hear, is nice, but a very warm place. Basil says, second African country since I moved to the new company. Basil says, oh yes, warm it is. Oh, thanks for all of that, Anna. And Flora, my friend. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, he was once, yes. Just said hi, but had to go. Okay. I know you weren't in yesterday. Lee says, I wasn't in yesterday. I was out filming the rest of the month's videos. I figured that's what you were doing. I was not worried. But I did realize that you weren't around. You were missed. Even if you're telling me it's not pretty to be envious I still miss Julie. I know it's not. Jack, is that slobber hanging from your face, my friend? Oh my gosh, before you get all over the bed. You are gross. Ew. Ew, have some slobber. It's so gross. Well, there's my towel. Okay. You are a gross boy. Yes, you are so gross. I love you, though. Hmm. Oh, hang on. Lisa's cat, hope you get well soon. That illness is long term. The illness in my brain? You're welcome, Anna. I am not ill. I might have a little cold or something right now. Yes, it's just leftovers, Bethleal. Maybe. I might have picked up something new. I don't know. It might just be hormonal. Oh. Anna says, I will see you all in yogis. Yes, Anna, see you there. Lisa, sorry, cat. We all need our better selves. It is the only way. Truly enlightened and positive. Carl says, not me, Anna. I'm sorry, Carl. Carl likes to go to his plane live streams during yogi time. And I get that. And I think yogi's fine with that too. If that's your love, Carl, then that's where you should be. It's allergies. It really is allergies, Lee. And it's so much better than how sick I was a few years ago. So much better. Anna says, good morning, Carl. And if you can't go to yogis, then we'll see you next time. Basil says, I managed to come across your Thursday live streams, Carl, but I'm always in a situation I can't chat on. I enjoy them in the background, though. That's very nice of you. Lisa's cat, allergies and cold can combine to cause icky chest stuff. I really hope you can find a way to clear it. Me too. But since I was a kid, I've always had these allergies that turned into this chest thing. It was pretty normal. I know. I know. I could be healed of it. I just never thought to ask. I just like somebody else said to me, they just deal with it. Flora says, hi, Carl. Carl, do you know my friend Flora? Flora is very safe, Carl. And she's beautiful. And she's fun. Ultimate Flames, how are you today? Anna says, thank you, Lee. Blessings to you too and everyone. Lee says, yes, true, pain dealt with. But if there is a way to cure, to stop it, you do what can help. Hi, Jack. Ultimate Flame says, hello, everybody. And Flora's throw it in there, some trophies. Thanks for that, Flora. Are those trophies? What are those things? Emojis. I'm telling you. Lee, I do things to irritate my symptoms, and I will leave it at that. Ultimate Flame says, okay, everyone, this is the native habitat of the red dogs. They are very docile until they hear the words treats. No, we're gonna try again. Let's try again, Flames. Treats, treats. He'll look at me, but it means nothing to him, honestly. Carl says there are too many kids on YouTube. And Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says Flora does have a great channel and energy. I know. She drew me into her. I just like hanging out with her. Oh, Ultimate Flame says, okay, never mind. I'll tell you. Do you want to know, Flames? Do you already know the secret to Jack? Just let him think there's another cat around. That is Jack's secret word. And by the way, as Lee is complimenting Flora, let's see, how many people? We have a few people in the background. If anybody doesn't know my friend Lee at Magnetic North Adventures, you should check him out. Fun videos, fun adventures, and a lot of history. Wow, Lee is so knowledgeable on history, it's amazing. And he makes it fun. So don't think it's boring just because it's history. You amaze me with your knowledge, Lee. He just picks something up and I'm like, what is that? And he'll tell you exactly what it is, time period, just amazing. Ultimate Flame says, and this our gentle red dog, Jack. He is sleeping right now. Correct. Jack, where's Mia? Oh, I got an eye open for that. Where's Corey? She's not here. Where's Sonic? Where's the cat? Is there a kitty cat around here? No? No, I'm not getting nothing. Carl says Diana and Afring plus Fran are helping me. Carl, it makes me really happy to hear that you have these really good friends who are there for you. That's amazing. And I know that's super important to you. Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says, thanks, Kat. I spent far too long learning things. Next month I will do a river clean. I will do river cleanups again. Magnet fishing too. What is next month? This is August, right? September. It's still kind of warm in September, I guess. Yes, it is here though. Lee, nope. Basleal says, oh, new thing. I had my first ever emergency last Sunday. Not a serious one, just a compressor stall. But its noise freaks passengers out. Oh gosh, I bet. Regardless, thank God we didn't end up on the news. They report every little thing with planes nowadays. Well, yeah, I bet they do. Well, good for you for keeping calm and handling it well, Basleo. Lee says, sadly, I'll not be in the USA anytime this year. Moving is more important, so my life can become settled. I know there will be a time. And Flora's sending us some hearts. Thanks, Flora. I love you, Flora. Flora, you know who I haven't seen in a, you know, I did see him maybe two days ago. Big Banana. Derek, that's his name, right, Flora? I know he came in 2 days ago just as I ended the live and I didn't get to say hi to him. Ultimate Flame says, I watched the Fantastic Four movie last night. Is that new or is it old? And was it good? I think I fell asleep watching historical home renovations. You're welcome, Flora. Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says, did I read this? I prefer warm and cold weather to treasure hunt and clean. Oh, okay. I understand now. Lee says, next year I have to go to Ohio and Tennessee at some point. Basilio says, oh man, I like your taste, Lee. And Ultimate Flame says, yes, it was the new one and it was great. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Basilio says, the only thing challenging for me in London is the weather. Not only the most thing challenging for me in London is the weather. Gotcha. Flora says, yes, shared your live on my WhatsApp, so he found you there. Thank you, Flora. He said you guys are best friends. I thought that was really nice. Big Banana is from Kenya and my neighbor. Oh no, Carl. Carl says, people keep putting me down. Well, I'm sorry that's happening to you, Carl. I think if people are putting you down, you should ignore them as best as you can. I know that's not always easy, trust me. Sometimes Cat can't keep her mouth shut. But, Carl, I'm sorry people are putting you down. I love you, and nobody should do that to you. Lee from Magnetic North says, yes, you need to see Edinburgh, Basleo. It's a very nice place in Scotland. Ultimate Flame says, Jack feels like he would be one of those dogs in movies who would be saved by people. Maybe. Basleel says, Flora, are you from Kenya? How is Nairobi? Did everything calm down there? Yes, my beautiful friend Flora from Kenya. who's going to teach me to dance one day if I ever get over to Kenya. Basilio, is there anything that happens during flights that makes you nervous? Basilio says Edinburgh, notedly. And Flora says, yes, Basilio, I am from Kenya. And Lee continues that Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland. Is that a real, Carl says, I only fly, is that a real flight, airline? I've never heard of it. And Flora says to Basilio, Nairobi is good. Everything is okay now. Basilio says, at first, yeah. Turbulences were nerve-wracking, but now I've got used to it after almost 5 years of flight. So it is a real airline. I only fly Aer Lingus. Is that what it's called? And Basilio says, why, Carl? I'm sure Carl has a good reason since he loves playing so much. All right. Come out, come out, come out. Ooh. Lee says Carl likes to use Irish flights. Basilio says, aha. Let's see for Carl. See what he says. Muhammad says, I am still here, but I was charging my phone and internet system with my car battery and now fixed and started the house generator, thank God. Really? Good thing you have those generators. And your car battery, that's smart. And Magnetic North says, that's good news, Muhammad. I hope all will be okay. Excuse me. Carl says, they're the best customer service and they're Irish. Flora says to Rylan, just subscribed. I think Rylan left us. And Basilio says, makes sense. Leo, do they have a cutoff age for pilots? Do they say, oh, you're 70, you're too old to fly? Or something like that. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, I'll fly any airline to anywhere. British Airlines, Monarch, and KLM I used. Muhammad says, yes, Magnetic, because my mom needs... This is Fave Air, but I think cooler air. Gotta take care of your mom, Muhammad. That's awesome. And Lee says, that's why I got confused. Agree. I hope she is well, my friend. And Basil says, yes. Currently it is 60. It was 55 a couple years back. Seeing as I'm approaching 55, I appreciate that they go to 60. 55 is still kind of young. Basil says, I grew up flying with KLM and Emirates. RW, how do you say your name? Good morning. Good morning, RW. I don't think I can even attempt to make a sound that makes sense with your letters of your profile name. Lee says, KLM was comfy seat, but bad air pressure in plane used or due to Netherlands' faulty system. Good morning, RW, says Mohammed. Manuel, good morning. Basil says, I would love to fly the A380 for Emirates. That would be just fantastic. Is that their top plane? Yogi says 60 is kind of young too, I think. Well, Yogi, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I agree. 60 is very young, Yogi. I'm just going to say it. So when you say 60 is old, it bothers me. Because I'm right behind you. And good morning, Yogi. And RW says Reina. Is that your name? Flora says, bye, Cat&Jack. Bye, everyone. Bye, Flora. I love you. And I am off for the next 3 days, but I plan to be very busy. But everybody I love who's live, I am going to try to drop in and say hello and spend a little time. So have a great day, Miss Flora. I love you. Magnetic North says that plane had serious issues. Your Netherlands plane? Not air pressure, not good air pressure sounds very uncomfortable. RW says, good morning, Mohammed. And he says, hi, Yogi. Well, let me see it. Oh, yeah. I understand why that was hidden. And now my phone is frozen. Anyways. And Flora says, thanks, thanks. Basilio says, Carl, you have interesting taste. Why don't you like it? What do you not like? Oh, you'll never fly on a 380. And Basilio says, Yogi is here. Hello, Yogi. How are you, brother? RW says, oh, the cat is, the cat. Thank you. I'll take it. The dog is so cute. Thank you, RW. RW, did you, when you said Raina, is that your name? Oh, Yogi says, hi, Basilio, my friend. Lee says, yes, it gave the whole flight temporary deafness for 3 hours. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Muhammad says, I see you have a cold, my friend. I hope you're well and in good health. Yes, thanks, Muhammad, yes. And Carl says, that plane will never come, I'm guessing, the plane will never come to Dublin. And Magnetic said, I didn't see a hidden message. Maybe it just, it wasn't, it was held by the automatic stuff that YouTube has, because it had a bunch of nonsense words. Muhammad says, I will come back. Well, Carl, bye, honey. I love you. Have a good day. And Muhammad says, I love you all, guys. I can only speak for me, but I love you, Muhammad, and I love your mom, and I love that you're taking such good care of her. Basilio says, well, you at least have to get a connecting flight and try it out, Carl. It's a wonder. What is so different about the A380, Basilio? For somebody who doesn't fly a whole bunch, who's flown some small commercial flights, and then some really small commercial flights. But what would be the difference? The RW says, yep, Raina is my name. That's beautiful. Basilio says, you can only see it if you were a moderator, Lee. That's why you didn't see it. Okay. Magnetic North says, take care, Muhammad. And, you know, anytime Lee at Magnetic North Adventures wants his moderator status back, he can have it. But I am honoring his wish to try to provide a more friendly chat to people who come in, so they're not overwhelmed by too many, quote, moderators. No, of course not. It wasn't any of your messages. You, if that was your message, I would fly to the UK and check on you, Lee. I'd be like, something is definitely wrong. It was almost like a kid just typing every word they could think of. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, it's true, Kat. I've had many say to me, many mods puts them off being in a room. I felt that way too. I understand what you're saying. When I was brand new to the chat rooms in YouTube, same. I didn't understand. I appreciate that, but like I said, anytime you want it back, it's yours. Lee at Magnetic Adventure says, oh, Kat, if I type like that, you give me a prize. It means I learned the dictionary. Oh, I don't know if those words, well, I guess some of them were in the dictionary. Okay, Basilio says, for your earlier question, Kat, I mean, it depends on how much you spend on your ticket, but it starts from full-on suites with a full bed and shower, the most quiet cabin, and it's so roomy. You know, I watch a channel on YouTube called, shoot, I don't know, but it's Kira and Nate, and they've tried the planes, all the different planes with the suites in them. I never paid attention to what kind of plane, but I understand what you're talking about, and wow. Wow, it does not seem like all that could be on a plane. Muhammad says, my mom sends her greetings to you, Kat, and says that you are well and in good health. She loves you very much and says that I am your mother, far and near to you. Whenever you need anything, I am here. Muhammad, that just makes me want to cry. Tell her I said thank you, and that's really touched my heart. I love you guys. And now I can't see because I have stupid tears in my eyes. Dang it. Ultimate Flame says, thanks, Flora, for subscribing to me. I think Flora has left, but you could always leave her a comment on something she's got if you'd like. And Flora goes live several times a day. She does a lot of cooking. Really, I can't see. Hang on. Hello. I'm afraid to even attempt to say your name. Swad Anusar Daru? Is that even close? Hello. Did I miss Mahira? Oh, is that Mahira? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Lee says, Kat, what's your plans for the day? I don't know. I have a couple things I'd like to do with the Grand, but she has school. So, whenever she gets frustrated with school, we're going to go on a little day trip. So it's all up to her. Whenever she needs a break, I want to take her to the caves that I told you about. Mahira says, Magnetic, what's your real name? And he says, it's Lee. Mahira says, haha, that was too close. What was too close? Mahira says, okay, hello Lee, but I'll call you Magnetic only. And Lee says, wow, the name's changed again. Not showing up, showing sign-up name like it did the last few days. Did it do that in here, though? I heard it was doing that in Yogi's. And Lee says, Magnetic or North is fine. Muhammad says, sorry, Cat, but my mom insisted that I translate what she was saying to you. She doesn't understand you, but she feels for you with a mother's heart. I know what you're saying. And don't be sorry. I mean, it really touched. I felt that. I really, really felt that, Muhammad. And as somebody who lost her mom a couple of years ago, that's awesome. I love that. And I thank you. I thank her. Lee says, I can't remember. It did in Yogi's and Daisy May's show. I guess I didn't notice yesterday, but I was getting ready for work, so I don't notice a lot. Mahira says, how's your life going, Cat? It's good. It's good. Lee, I'm going to amend my plans for this week, these days off. I am definitely going to go connect. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling I need to. Mahira says, where's Jessica? She was here earlier, and she took her medicine and wanted to go lay down before she started feeling sick. So that's where she's at, to my understanding, the best to my understanding. Connect, that's a game, Cat. Connect 4. I remember that game. Esso says, hey, I'm gonna grab a breakfast. Was lovely hearing your voice, Cat, and Lee. Was great talking to you. Wish you an even more speedy recovery. Thank you. Muhammad says, you also tell me that, oh, stupid, I hit my phone. You also tell me that I feel from the tone of Kat's voice how beautiful her heart is. Aw. And how merciful and blessed she is, even though I do not understand her language. She also said, okay, she told you. Got you, that's from your mother. Well, mother's heart knows things, that's for sure, and I really, really appreciate her. And Basilio says, as always, appreciate the streams, Cat. Both of you have a lovely day. We'll catch up with you next time. Basilio, thank you for coming by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. And what is that noise? Is it Jack? He's got his nose into the bed. He's squeaking. Anyways, I look forward to seeing you again, Bethleal. Lee says, Cat's connection to nature and the world will take place this week. Again, yes. Bubby, take your nose out of there. There you go, that's better. Oh my goodness. Muhammad says, sorry, my mom embarrassed me with you. Don't be embarrassed. Really, you just don't know how much I appreciate that message, Muhammad. That was right on time. And thank you. Lee says, Kat, I can't remember why we was going to talk on email. I know I'm making you your pendant this week. Oh, that's awesome. You wanted, you didn't hear me yesterday. Yesterday I looked over and I was like, oh, I wrote myself a note. I'm supposed to email Lee and I haven't done it yet because I forgot I wrote the note. And at the time, I remembered, but I don't remember now. Mahira says, I got scammed yesterday. Oh no, what happened? Lee, Kat, did I tell you I love you and we all respect you here? Thank you, Lee. I love you too. Really. Oh my gosh. You guys have no idea how much you have touched me just being my friends, just spending time with me, just saying hello, just dropping a like. You know, a lot of people see the worst in people out of YouTube, but I've been really lucky and I see the best in people on YouTube. Muhammad says, big hug and love for you, Kat, and all friends here from me and Mom with love. Thank you, Muhammad. Yeah, so Mahira, so sorry to hear that, Mahira. I hope all will be okay. And Mahira says, I had given my Warzone account to one of my online friends to play. It was completely secure, but I don't know how. He just changed the password and now I don't have access to my own account. Oh no. And here I was just saying how I've met all these wonderful people online. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's just wrong. That's dirty. Lee says 31 likes is good. It is good. It's great. Maddie, good morning. Hello, Maddie. Oh my gosh, and here it says that is worth more than $5,000. Wow. Is there anything you can do? And by the way, they're not an online friend. I call them an online foe. Lee says, Kat, I apologize for earlier. I didn't mean any harm. Lee, I apologize for being so grumpy this morning. So no worries. William Hart, my friend, how are you? What's because you entered? I'm so glad to see you, William. Muhammad says, bye, Cat and guys here. I love you and God bless you all. Amen. Muhammad, have a great day. Give your mom a great big old hug and kiss from me. Give yourself a hug from me. And I hope you have a good, whatever's rest of your day, evening. And I hope to see you again, my friend. Maddie says hi to William. Mahira, is there anything you can do? I don't know how these things work. William says catastrophe is my entropic trait. I probably have to look up the word entropic. Did I say that right? Entropic, yes. I would have to look that up. I never came across that book in any of those historical romances I used to read. That's the only reason I have a bit of a vocabulary. Mahira says, no, I don't think anything can fix it. It just seems like there should be something like proof that you paid for it or that it was your account, that maybe you could contact somebody in charge. Is there anybody in charge? Squirrel Sniper entered the building and says, Grand Risings all. Good morning, Sniper. William says, the official service to file hacked account is at... Is that for Mahira's... What is it called? Is their Warzone account? Is that a game? Oh, Mahira's already filed there. Thanks for that information though, William. You're awesome. You're on it. Squirrel Sniper says, 2 60-foot Scots pines to climb and inspect today. Wow. And William says, Warzone account, yes. Short of that, you only have to provide proof of payment and wait. That's what I was thinking. Somehow you can prove that you're the one that paid. I hope that works out for you, Mihira. I'm gonna hope that in a little bit of time that everything is resolved for you. And the other person gets knocked off of Warzone forever. Banned for life for being a meanie. Yes, Lisa's be safe. Lisa's be safe, squirrel. Wow. I would get dizzy. William, what have you been up to, my friend? Have you been staying busy? And William, have you met on YouTube a person called Monk Life? William says, I bet the view that high up is incredible, squirrel. Oh wow, that's wonderful. Lee says, I found a lovely rock garden with pools and shaded spots to meditate. I had an hour there. It was lovely. It sounds, you know, and now that you say that, Lee, it reminds me my little section of the yard that I am letting grow wild with hopes of a wildflower garden. I was looking at it yesterday and I was thinking it would be lovely for a little pond. Just a little, maybe a little goldfish pond, which I've done a few times in the past, not here. Lee says, with Vertigo, I wouldn't get me up there. Planes are different as their feet are on the ground. And ground being in quotes. I understand. I do the same thing, like at work. If something's up too high, I'll just tell them, you put it up there, I'm not getting it down. It will not get filled by me. And you know what? This happened this weekend. These guys put these probably 25-pound packages so high up in the air. There was no, even with a safety ladder, I was not pulling that stuff down safely. I just refused. And I got called on it, and I told the truth. I said, I'm not doing it. William says he has been miserably searching for a remote job. You and me, brother. Let me tell you, I would love a remote job. I'm just not qualified for any of them. The landlord of where I'm staying is going to start being petty towards me, so I'm being chased out. Okay. And Lee says, William, I hope you'll be safe and all is okay. Sometimes I do suffer from vertigo, Lee. Not always, but if it's going to pop up, it's going to pop up when I am up high in the air. Mahira says, did you just say something to me? Sorry, I was doing something. I wasn't focused. I don't remember. Lee says, I'm waiting for the tools to arrive to finish cutting the metal plate for a brooch. For the brooch. You're awesome, Lee. So, William, you're no longer at home? Staying at home? Lee says, sorry to hear that. You carry a grounding balance stone to help you. Nice. Like I said, if something's up too high, I just don't do it. But I used to work for Kmart, and we'd install camera systems, the closed circuit TVs. And so we had to be on these huge, actually we used to go rent these lifts. And overnight we would run the lines for cameras. And yeah, that was an experience. That's when I first really realized that I had a little bit of vertigo. And Mahira says, okay, sometimes I struggle with English. William, I thought I saw you say something, but I missed it. Did you say you do know who the, what's his name? Monk Life is? Right, you're okay, Mahira. Your English is very, you type English very, very well. William says they put in a box and been making me camp outside. So, is it really home? When he's a hostile dictator, taking out his displeasure on anyone in his path, like a child throwing a tantrum. That is so very interesting, William. I did not comment about Monk Life, but I heard you mention him. What about them? I just wondered if you'd come across him on YouTube. I mean, right now when I swipe up, he's right below me. And I just don't know what to think about him. But I know you've mentioned being interested in a monk life. And this person claims to have been a monk for 7 years. I haven't spent enough time. One of the first times I ran into him, he was yelling about something, and I was like, whoa, is this guy for real? But I've come across some other people who really like him. And he's very definitely, well, he's drinking lemonade out of a bag right now, it looks like. But he looks like he's in another country. He has all the robes. I just can't get past the one day when he was screaming. William says the allure is tempting, yes, but it usually requires being debt-free, and presently I'm not able to fulfill that. The monk life requires being debt-free? Is that what you're saying? Mahira says, don't you care about the copyright from the music playing in your background? No, because the music is by a friend of mine. Her name is Anjie Hipple, and I have written permission. So no worries. Magnetic North says, I'd have mixed feelings about monk life. I prefer calm, tranquility, not noise. Well, that's what you would think. But this, I don't know. I don't think they normally go around screaming. Goldie, good morning. Vamps is here, guys. So, you can't start over? Like, it just seems to me, if I wanted to dedicate my life to something, that you would be starting over. Your past shouldn't affect you going into that life. Like, no debt once you're in that life, maybe no debt incurred, but it doesn't make sense. But I know you look into everything, so I believe you, William. Goldie's at work lurking. Well, thank you for lurking. Mahira says, damn, that's so cool. What is cool? What were we just talking about? I forgot. Oh, borrowing the music. Yes, it is cool. She's a musician. She's lovely. She's also a channeler. William says the music played here is with express permission of use. Even then, She's not receiving or attempting to commercially benefit from its use, right? Scroll Sniper says, William Hart, find a faraway retreat. Law states it's 6 years before all costs are dropped against you financially. I thought it was 7 years. Maybe it's just 7 years for bankruptcy is what I've always heard. No, I've been in debt before. It was 7 years to clear everything, and then there was always a few debt collectors who would hang on and keep selling your debt. William says, most monks I've researched have a vow of silence and live in silence. That's interesting. You know, I met a monk in Orlando once. He came up and he gave me a little token and didn't want money, didn't want anything. Just came up to me in the grocery store and said hello and gave me a little token. It was really interesting. And he was in the robes and like not comfortable robes. Lee says, Cat, it's down to money. You need to free the past to create a future is why I'm not able to move at a whim. Okay. And Skull Sniper says, that's 7 years in Tibet, Cat. And Lee says, no savings, belongings, no property, so hard. William says, even then, I'm in a bit of a pickle. The job I was praying to secure was going to help, but now they've reneged on the offer as they couldn't completely verify my employment history, and they want me to dig up old W-2s and do a bunch of footwork to verify because they couldn't verify it. Anyways, my car insurance lapsed, and so is my vehicle registration. Squirrel Sniper says, any company that has bought debt of a company have paid the debt already and only want to collect. Trouble is, legally, when a debt is paid, it's paid. Wow, that's really interesting to think about it that way, Squirrel Sniper. William says, so either I have to sell the car or leave it here or ticket in jail if I drive. William, you do seem to be in a bit of a situation, my friend. I am praying for you. So I wonder if that's with all things like being a monk. Like if I wanted to be a nun, would they tell me you have to go pay off your debt first? I'd be like, forget this. I came here to escape my debt. I came here to escape all my responsibilities. Yeah, and Lee says, William, I hope it works out for you. All right. I wonder if that's only in the U.S. Clear debt in 7 years. Oops. Oops. I just got rid of you. There we are. Skits. Hello, Skits. I wonder, Sniper, if there's a difference between the UK and the US, because the US says 7 years. Skits says, have a wonderful Tuesday, everyone. Lee says, I'd say it being more responsible has learned so much and have a new way of doing things. William says, typically yes, and they don't want the hassle of being called for collections. But seclusion or retreats you don't need a forwarding address for. So have to hope you get by a number of years without any legal troubles or missing jury summons, etc. Right? Squirrel Sniper says, life is one big adventure, William. Squirrel Sniper's, no, I already read that. Skid says, good morning, Magnetic. Broski bro. Have a wonderful day, man. Squirrel Sniper says, but have no fear, William. And William says, I know basic programming and stuff. I was hoping I could get some kind of entry work or content assistant for a stream/social media aid, but to no avail yet. All job listings are for senior devs. Lee says, you two Skits, are you live later? William says, but most pay $45,000 a year. I just need $500 a month after taxes right now. Mahira says, Cat, do you know, I really don't get more than half of what you say due to language barrier, but still your soothing voice, that keeps me attracted. Thank you, Mahira. Chris from Nature Dog Realms is here. I'm having a hard time speaking this morning. Hello, Chris. How are you? It's good to see you. And William says to Mahira, I can never say Mahira's name right. What is your native language? And Mahira says, William, it's Hindi. And Skit says, yeah, should be lively. Nature's dogs just Chris says, I am good, just doing computer work. And Lee says, we'll see you later on live, Skits. And what is your plans today? What is your schedule today, Chris? And Skull Sniper says, in the UK, it is 6 years for contract debts, but can be longer. In US, the statute of limitations on debt collection varies by state and type of debt, generally ranging from 3 to 10 years. Skit says, thanks, Magnetic. Happy morning vibes, smiles, everyone, it's important. William says, I don't have a special keyboard, so I have to read it phonetically. Magnetic says, no Yogi Link. No, I'm on strike. Didn't you know? Didn't you know I'm on strike? Oh my goodness. I'm on strike for life. I'm going to tell you, I have not even, it's already 5 o'clock. Good for me. I came home last night. Let me just show you. I came home last night, yesterday afternoon, sat on the couch, still in my uniform. Still. Chris says, well, it's 2:51 a.m. here, and I have been creating shorts. I'll probably sleep for a few hours. Nice. Are you going live this evening, Chris? Mahira says, oh, William, all I understood is that you know a bit of programming and social media management, and you're struggling to find work, right? And William says, I used to do collections calling for a credit union, but it was at the legit outbreak of 2020. So imagine calling the same people 3 to 5 times a day and every day for weeks. Yeah, that's rough. Lisa, wow, that shows you're tired. Yes, Chris will be live tonight at 7:30 p.m. And that is Mountain. Is that Mountain Daylight Time? Is that how you say that? So that is about 5 here. Am I doing it right? Lee says, friends, have a good day and see you later. Oh, we'll see you around, my friend Lee. I'm going to email you anyways. Maybe I'll remember. I also want to email Perlene this morning. So I'll do that before I go back to bed. Rosie, good morning. Lee says, I hate when I don't remember things. You know, it happens to me so much, Lee. I just laugh at it at this point. What else can you do? You can get angry at yourself. You can get upset. It just is. Cindy, hello. And William says to Chris, I think I've seen you somewhere else. She's around all over the place. She gets around. I didn't say it like that, though. Rosie says, sorry I'm late. I'm busy with the beat for skits, and for some reason it won't upload. Is it YouTube, Rosie? Because I got a message from YouTube yesterday saying there was a problem with uploads. If that helps. I could look and see if I still have the message. Oops. I really was trying to drop Yogi's link. Okay, I'm just going to say, I'm going to put up Yogi's link. That's where some of us are heading after I end this live. Paste. And there is the link. Chris says, I am around all over, and she's laughing. How are you, Cindy? William says, yes, Lee, but in another place, Singularity, Digital Arts, or something, but I cannot remember. Oh my goodness, we can't remember anything here. Right. Chris is, I know she spends at least a day doing, getting back to people and connecting. So you will see her in a lot of different chats and in different places. She's really good at that. Skid says, Rosie, if it doesn't work, don't let it worry you, my friend. And she says, I'm not sure, to be honest. Rosie, I've got 3 minutes to try to find that message for you. It was one of those messages from YouTube that says known issues. Let's go back. Comments. We're looking for notifications. You know, this happened last time when I tried to find a notification from YouTube. It's like it disappeared. But anyways, it was a message I got yesterday that said from YouTube, known issue with uploading videos. So I don't think it's you, Rosie. I think it's a YouTube issue. Cindy says, I'm good, thanks, Kat. Got a busy morning, but had to pop in to say hi and leave a like. You know, Cindy, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Cindy, I'm not subscribed, but I am going to get subscribed. There we go. Thanks for coming in this morning. I appreciate you. William says we watch older remastered movies as a premiere on Wednesday and Saturdays. Oh, nice. Rosie says skits. I already finished it, but it keeps saying it's loading, and I restarted it and still nothing. And Chris says this is really pretty music. This is very pretty music. Thank you, Chris. This is my friend Angie Carpenter. And William agrees. Rosie says skits. I made a promise. I never break a promise. And YouTube has to fix it. I might email them to see if they reply. Sure. See if they have an idea on how long it will take for it to get fixed. Okay, guys. 4:59. Look at us. We made it. I'd like to say I'll probably go jump in the shower and change my clothes, but the truth is I'll probably take Jack out, jump back in bed, listen to Yogi until I fall asleep. Oh, so tired. All right, 5 o'clock. Right, Cindy says she saw it too. YouTube is having trouble loading videos. Mine is still loading from this morning. Thank you for that. Rosie says YouTube is annoying when it does this. Yes, but think of all the wonderful things YouTube does for us. And we should be a little patient when they're working out bugs because, wow, think about how big YouTube is and how much information they're carrying for us. I'm thankful, even if it takes a little time. All right, guys, 5 o'clock. I wanted to tell you all, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the likes. And I hope wherever you are on this day, you have a fabulous day. Oh,